Welcome back to the DA Wrestling Podcast. It's Monday night,
It's Monday.
but more importantly, this is the first time we talked to y'all since the beginning of June, and I'm just going to throw this out there right now.
Okay.
Happy Pride Month to those who celebrate and keep fighting that fight. But since 1994, June has also been recognized as Men's Mental Health Month, and this is I'm 32 years old, and this is something I only learned 2 years ago. But I just want to take this time to say to any fellas out there that may need to hear it, if you're not okay, it's okay to reach out. We don't have to hold it all in, and stay safe, stay happy. On that note, Andrew, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Raw. And the Judgment Day had a bloody night. Boy, did they ever. And I am looking forward to see what happens between Mommy and Liv, because I'm thinking right now that Mommy's losing Dom. Probably for the best.
I think this is actually telling the bigger story of the Judgment Day collapse.
I think it's a bit of column A and B. I think it all is in tuned with the collapse. But I think it's like a big story part of the thing too. This is where it slowly starts to go away or change, and it's to see where it goes. And I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, Raw was a Judgment Day filled day, and they had a lot of stuff done. There was like a Sons of Anarchy episode. It was great.
But there's a lot of damning evidence out there that Finn may be behind this and not Dom.
I can see that too. I can see it too.
And they were kind of pulling back to 2 years ago when just before Finn joined the Judgment Day.
Yep.
Who is fighting with him and AJ?
Finn.
No. Who was fighting with Finn and AJ?
Edge.
No, on their side.
Oh, Priest.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Took you a minute.
Yeah, sorry. Lot of shit going. But I'm definitely liking it right now. Like, I like the fact that they're doing there. I like what they're really showing off for the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan opened. I brought it up because Liv Morgan opened the show. That's how we started the Judgment Day night. Liv Morgan looks like they're really putting this in nicely here. They really are. She's all about the Dominic and that dirty mullet. Just saying.
Might be the stash.
Could be the stash. I'm telling you, he looks like Eddie Guerrero from like early East WCW.
Yeah, he's like 1997 Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, and to confirm that, even Rey Mysterio said apparently in a recent interview that he sees a lot of Eddie and Dom, which makes me wonder
if it wasn't just a storyline.
Wasn't just a storyline.
Yeah, so it's like Finn is now kind of playing peacemaker type deal with this Liv situation.
Yeah.
One of the shortest opening segment promos I've seen in a long time. The promo wrapped up. I looked at the counter on my phone and I was like, oh shit, we're only 7 minutes into the show.
Well, you know what? It's not a bad thing, to be honest with you. Like, you don't have to have a 30-minute promo like you're The Rock. Just saying.
I mean,
there's not much you can really say either. I'm wondering. Like, part of me wonders. I don't think anybody's going to I don't think they're ever going to mention when Rhea Ripley does return. I think it's going to be a massive surprise. They're going to keep it on the hush hush for sure, like really close to the best, because they want a massive reaction.
I bet this is the best way to bring Liv or Rhea back.
Part of me thought she didn't come back tonight.
Have Liv keep backing Dom into these corners like she has.
Yeah.
Trying to kiss him again. And then she goes and plants one on him, and that's when Ripley's music hits.
I see this fully turning out. I don't think Rhea Ripley's going to beat Liv for the title.
No?
No, because I think this isn't going to drag on for a bit. And I think when Liv challenges Rhea for that title, that's when you're gonna see Dom turn on Rhea.
Mm,
That's that's why I don't think
so,
I don't think Liv's gonna lose to Rhea. I think Rhea's going to lose to Liv.
but this kind of ties into we all see Judgment Day kicking Priest out at some point.
Yes, I also
I
don't
wonder if
see
you do that turn on the same night.
Clash,
No, I don't. Too soon.
SummerSlam,
I think by SummerSlam we'll have a good idea if Judgment Day is still around or not.
which makes me wonder though too. Now,
You have Money in the Bank there in Toronto in
Money in the
between
Bank's
that.
coming up too, and they mentioned that today. And Jey Uso has entered Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
I'm
a
guessing
month early.
month early. I'm guessing right now too. Finn's entering Money in the Bank.
So you think Finn has a good case for it.
I think Finn might be the one that wins.
I think Finn has a good case for it.
I think that's where you're gonna see that. I don't think I'm trying to wonder if they're actually gonna kick out Priest. I think it might just be. I think they're gonna kick Priest out actually, but I think Finn's gonna take that title first, and
Mm,
then they're gonna kick Priest out. I'm starting to wonder that's what they're gonna do.
and see, but you know what? I'm starting to think too, right?
Mm-hmm.
With kind of how over Priest is getting with this, like this has been a good title run.
I really like the title run. I really kind of sat down tonight too and watched his entrance. It's very reminiscent of Rhea.
Well, I mean, it's kind of always been.
Recall him when he held the North American title like that. No, like the way he does it, he holds it up like this. It's like almost like Rhea does, except for Rhea does the stomp first and then holds the title up,
That's
whereas
no,
Priest
but
doesn't.
that's what I'm saying. Like even when he was tag champs, he did that.
Uh, I have to go back and take a look at footage there. I'm not going to doubt you, but I'm thinking it might be a little
No,
slightly
like this,
different.
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe he tweaked it, but
He might have tweaked it.
what I'm saying is, I don't think Drew winning at Clash is such a foregone conclusion.
I don't think he's going to win at all. I I I I think Punk is going to cost him.
I mean,
But
you figure Punk's got to be close to coming back
well, let's see. He tore that tricep in January.
the end of January.
So that's February, March, April, May, June. We're in June right now. That's 5 months. I think the recovery for that is roughly 5 to 6 months, depending on severity. He's also
40
mid
something.
mid 40s.
He's like
So
44.
yeah. So recovery time is probably slightly different, but not that bad either. It all depends on what he's like. Apparently he's training. So if he's training and he's not rehabbing,
He could be close.
he
Yeah.
could be close. So I'm guessing Clash, you see him, and I think he costs Drew because I don't think Drew wins that title at Clash. I just don't see it.
Now,
Not the way the
again,
priest, not the way that priest is going.
again, well, yeah, no, I like this. Just use Priest until you have Gunther beat him at SummerSlam. And how, because you're gonna want Gunther going into Berlin as the champion.
Do you though, or do you have? Okay, hear me out. Or do you have priest get past Drew with the
Hmm.
help of Punk? Then go back to have Balor wins that. Let's say Mount Balor wins that Money in the Bank.
Hmm.
Then you go to SummerSlam. You have Priest versus Gunther, right? Priest wins but get cashed in on by Balor. Then you have
Mm,
Balor versus Gunther at Berlin, and you crown Gunther in Berlin.
I like that too. I like that better than my idea.
Like that's
Um,
kind of to me that makes the most sense. But
but the reason why I thought about this is because like I think the ideal match to have in Germany
mhm,
is Gunther versus Dragunov.
I think that's a good match to have too.
That I think that is the match to have to main event Berlin because um if you look at right how they've treated these international shows,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Like going to France, going to fucking Wales a few years ago, when they come
Yeah.
up here to Canada even.
Yeah.
Um
They seem to be
and
more. They seem to be more exciting nowadays. Like especially the international shows are really good.
right. And listen, that Germany crowd, if you thought France was good, if you think Scotland's gonna be good,
Australian was good. Australia was good too.
Australia was a good crowd too. I'm saying this Germany crowd will be the loudest crowd that we have all year.
That's a bold
They're
statement because France is pretty
they're
loud.
they're nuts for wrestling over there.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
But
Well,
what I'm saying is you want a like a European strong style match.
mhm.
Balor's not going to give you that European strong style, but Dragunov will.
See, that's kind of there too. Like, I mean,
Because you want
truth,
to cater to the audience, right?
well, truth be told, Dragunov, yes, he is Russian, but he's been living in Germany for the past decade.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's
Like,
and him and Gunther both. I mean, Gunther's Austrian, yes, but he's living in Germany which is right there, um, for years as well. So it's uh,
I don't think Gunther's lived in Germany, but
I know he made his name in Germany. Like in that part of Europe, he made a lot. I mean,
oh
most of
no,
Europe,
no,
he's made
no,
his
no.
name in.
He wrestled. Listen, he wrestled a lot in Germany,
Yeah,
like before coming to WWE. But
yeah.
same with Dragunov. They both
Mm-hmm.
wrestled a lot in Germany. Um,
Thing is
but
though, too, you got to wonder if they want to
so
have that.
and actually, I'm pretty sure their first match together was in Germany.
Probably
But
was because I know they
uh,
know each other for a while.
so what I'm saying is, right, Berlin, I think, needs to beat Gunther and Dragunov.
Hmm.
I think that is the absolute best match to put on for that audience.
Same time too. Don't you want to hold a match like that off until, say, the Rumble or say Mania?
Not with this regime.
Yeah, this regime's a lot different than the
If
last one.
if Vinnie Mac's still at the book, I think this is something you don't see till WrestleMania.
If Vinnie Mac still had the book, I don't think you see Gunther or Dragunov at the WWE main roster at all.
It's fair. But under this new creative regime,
Yeah,
they have no problem giving you a match as long as it makes sense.
yeah.
And Dragunov and Gunther in Berlin
I'm,
makes
I'm,
sense.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense at all. I think it all depends on what story they want to go to. But keep in mind though, too,
They've already teased it, by the way.
of course they have. But keep in mind though, too, there is a certain individual, we call him the tribal chief, who is probably set to come back around SummerSlam. And you think he might be on that
He's
card?
not, but he's not. No, well, maybe.
I don't think he'll go for that. I don't think he'll be going. I don't think it'll be a title
But
match at all.
if he is, he's not going to be the main event.
No. He'll be considered a main event. Let's be honest.
No, it'll be like a co-main event type thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think Roman's the main event. Not in that market.
Well, at the same time, too, we've also seen Roman at this point too do matches too that aren't exactly last,
Exactly.
right? So it's not like it's unheard of for Roman not to do a
Exactly.
first match.
He did it at Money in the Bank last year. He did it at Night of Champions last year.
The Rumble was the second match this year, right after the females Rumble.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't close the show with
They
the
closed.
Roman match this year.
Yeah. So,
right? So I think you can still have Roman on the card if you want to,
but
but
then, yeah.
you know,
Oh, but
and again, that brings in, if we're talking Money in the Bank still,
mm,
like there's Jey Uso's case.
there is there is about there's two or there's probably a couple guys right now I could see
I
who
could
are
think
going
of
to win that.
I could think of four off the top of my head that you can give a strong case to. Jey Uso,
Yeah, that's one.
Finn Balor,
Yeah, that's two. That's this one.
um, pardon me, CM Punk,
Yeah,
although that would be his third. Um, and then again, you can also throw in like a Randy Orton or a Dragunov
I
or
I would almost see Dragunov over Orton.
because like
Orton
you have stories to tell with those guys too,
Orton also
or even a Bron
Orton's
Breaker.
what Orton. Well, there. See, and I'll get to that shortly. Um, Orton doesn't need money back. He already won money back.
So what?
But Bron Breaker's an interesting one too, because there's another scenario too. Bron Breaker's been on an absolute tear this week too, and just ripped apart Ricochet this tonight on Raw
Yeah.
as well. So you might also even put him in a match at Berlin against Gunther if you wanted to.
Ooh, Randy Orton.
No, Brock Breaker
Oh yeah, Bron Breaker.
versus Gunther.
Again, just based on the market, I would much rather do that match in the States.
I'm not saying
No,
I'm just saying there's options,
of
right?
course,
I'm
there's
not saying
options.
like we were put out two good options. A third one could be Braun Breaker. It all depends on how they want to go with Breaker. I don't know if they want to push Braun Breaker that fast into the title picture, but he's looking like a very dominant man. By the way, he needs to change his music. I heard it again today. I'm like, this is crap.
I don't mind it.
I'm not the biggest fan. I like the one he did when he turned heel on NXT. That was much better. But that's me.
Eh,
Different
to
strokes for different folks. Yeah,
each his own.
exactly.
Crossing the New Day.
Just I don't
So,
I don't know where this is going unless you're gonna have the New Day break
oh,
up.
I think I know where this is going after tonight.
Okay, where do you think it's going?
Okay, so Authors of Pain, New Day. Authors of Pain win because Xavier Woods went to go make a tag,
Yeah,
but Kofi Kingston was too busy.
jaw jacking with Cross.
Right. And therefore, Kofi wasn't there for Woods.
No,
And after the match, there was that look of doubt in Woods' eyes,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know where that's heading, but
I
I think it's gonna lead to possibly a Woods singles run. I don't think necessarily either one's gonna turn heel.
I at this point, to be honest, if you turned Xavier Woods heel but made it good, because I don't think he could do it as far as like a heel goes. If you can make it if you can make it
But
good, then
but
maybe.
he
Of
listen,
course, I know he's been a heel before. I know he was a heel in TNA.
no. I'm not
So
even talking about that.
okay,
I'm saying he has a very compelling case to have resentment towards Kofi.
and Big E, yeah, absolutely,
He has a very compelling case
100% he does.
if he wanted to go in that direction.
Absolutely can.
So I don't
But
think this is as nonsensical as you think.
I'm not saying it's not. I just think it's hard to see where it's going, but it makes sense if you're gonna break them up. Um, we got a match for Clash of the Castle tonight as well. Sami Zayn
Ooh,
versus Alpha K
yeah.
versus Chad Gable again. And after what Otis did this week, you're getting a match next week on Raw with Otis versus Sami Zayn. Uh, it's one of those typical heel moves where like he's
It's
run the
coming.
guy.
Otis, did you hear the crowd
Oh
when
yeah,
he oh my God. crowd goes nuts when he steps up to Gable.
But the
It's
question,
it's coming.
okay, but the question's coming to at this point though too. Actually, Chad Gable might have signed a slight extension. According to reports that according to reports on PW Insider, correct. Chad Gable has this contract runs out at the end of the week or end of next week.
Whatever. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere either. So, but here's the question though, I pose: if you're gonna do the turn of Otis on Gable at Clash, when are you gonna give the title to Gable?
Maybe you just don't.
I feel this thing with Sammy only as if Gable wins the title. Or it's loser leaves WWE. In which case that I could see then Gable losing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I mean, he came out on top tonight.
Yeah.
Which means Sammy will kind of come out on top next week.
Yep, absolutely will.
Which means Gable will win at the pay-per-view.
You think so?
Like there is a possibility. There's always a possibility of not doing it.
Yeah, there is.
But
it's being pushed very hard. Like we've seen title matches before for like world titles being pushed. You just know they're not gonna. You just know they're not gonna win anyway. But this one just seems to be for like they're pushing extremely difficult right now, like extremely hard for it to actually happen, for it not to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, and it's fine. I just want to see Otis turn on Gable.
It's gonna happen. Or he is gonna cost Sammy.
Who knows?
Who knows what's gonna happen there?
Kiana James.
Yeah. I don't like her finisher.
Yeah, kind of weird.
It's kind of sloppy to me. Actually, you know what? She looks like the kind of girl who should have a stunner. I don't know why. She seems like she'd have a stunner. I don't know. I mean, it's a match with Natalia. Natalia's gonna make people pull up their strengths and do those things that they need to do, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of just a throwaway match to see kind of what she has. I didn't find it to be anything here nor there about it. It was just kind of, right? But I think she's got something there in order to be really good. I just think right now there's a lot of competition in that women's division now. Now we're gonna try to find out who's gonna be the next or new Becky Lynch or new Charlotte Flair. Because once Mommy gets back, that whole focus right now is gonna turn right into that.
So that leads me to Libra Valkyria cutting a promo about Becky going away for a bit.
Yep.
Only to get attacked by Io Sky, so that's not over.
Yeah.
So,
I think Io Sky's in Money in the Bank. I think, well, back here, I think it's already mentioned she's going to be in Money in the Bank. I mean,
I'm trying to think if I covered everything.
Well, we still have the banger of the night. After banger.
Looked like Kaiser kind of cheaped his way into a win, but a win's a win.
It wins a win, but that was a hell of a good match, though. They gave it a lot of time.
Yep.
Like Sheamus was not as red, but pretty red compared to the matches we had with Gunther. Yep. He was pretty red.
Yeah, that was really good.
And it's good for Kaiser too, because it shows that he's not just like a mouthpiece.
Right.
So it's a good
no Gunther on this show.
No, I don't think I don't think he really needs to be there. I mean, he's already has a SummerSlam match set anyway. I don't think he's gonna do anything in Clash at Beverly. Doesn't need to.
So Judgment Day, Well, actually, we'll talk Bron Breaker, then we'll go back to the Judgment Day and
Well, we
finish
kind
off
of,
what
well, we
else they
kind of,
did.
well, we kind of already talked Bron Breaker. I dismantled Ricochet.
Yeah. He tried to kill Ricochet like he did to Hale. What the fuck was his name? Cale Croft or something like
Yeah,
that.
the guy for the
The
Bachelorette.
the Bachelorette contestant.
Yeah,
Um, but Ricochet was saved by Ilya Dragunov, and
yeah,
that match is also next week.
yeah.
I heard a little rumbling that that's going to be a three-way at Clash.
I'm okay with that.
I'm all the way here for it.
I'm also they did make reference today too, about how he about the dog face grill, a little reference to his father. It's good. I'm kind of glad they're doing that. I mean, they've never really shied from it, to be honest with you, that he's the son of Rick Steiner. Uh,
Dynamite.
Rick showed up actually on NXT a couple times, once or twice. So
Did Breaker kill Ricochet with that spear, or did he kill him?
he killed him with a spear. Like that was like,
And
and I find it funny. They mentioned his football career, like his college career, and he was a fullback. Who put look?
apparently, he was on some NFL practice squads.
Yeah, I would have had him at fullback. I would have transitioned the guy to a linebacker or a defensive end. You kidding me?
Linebacker. He's too small to be a defensive end.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Look at
Six
TJ
six
T,
one two.
TJ Watt. Okay, case in point, TJ Watt.
Yeah, but
But
TJ Watt's a fucking linebacker.
he also plays end.
Just saying.
Linebacker nowadays is like literally a hybrid with defensive end. Micah Parsons played defensive end last year. Just
But
saying.
he's listed as a linebacker.
He still played a lot of defensive end last year.
I know, I'm just fucking with you at this point.
So,
Um,
but I mean, yeah, I'd have put that guy a linebacker or a defensive end. They let him go. He probably playing the NFL right now on a good team. He'd probably be a Niner.
I, I can
Right beside Nick Bosa.
I can find out if he was drafted,
I know he played for a couple NFL teams. I know that.
but
What practice squad was.
yeah,
But no, Judgment Day did though have a full night there. And the Judgment Night really just dominated Raw this week, which is
he
good.
shares a birthday with my wife.
That's awesome.
He's
But
only 26. What the fuck?
yeah, well, he'd be in the middle of his pro career right now.
Yeah, he was a undrafted free agent. Went to the Ravens.
What school do you go to?
Mm, one sec.
Yeah, because it's sometimes it matters what kind of school you go to.
Kennesaw State University.
That explains a lot.
But yeah. So back to Judgment Day.
Back to Judgment Day.
Uh,
That
Carlito and Braun Strowman.
yeah, Strowman got beat up tonight by the
He
Judgment
did.
Day with Carlito, which is good. They
Thanks,
had, like I said, they
thanks
needed
to
that.
Liv Morgan, by the way,
Exactly. Who wouldn't let Strowman get his hands on Dom Dom?
which he was wearing the brace to open the show, but he came out and actually got physical. So he's probably close to coming back too.
He's probably cleared, if not close to it.
Um, but
The Priest Mysterio match was actually quite good.
Liv was stalking Dom again back towards the ring before Finn got in the middle again.
Oh Jesus!
Um,
Yeah,
it looks like Carlito is Judgment Day now.
yeah. Considering he kind of took care of this, helped take care of the whole Strowman problem, I say he's probably Judgment Day now.
I think next week he's in.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. But Priest versus Mysterio, Priest really dominated that match a little hell of a lot. I mean, it was a good win for Priest too. It really helped him out. And then Drew attacked him. And Drew
Yeah,
gets involved, takes his eye off the ball yet again, and he gets south of heaven. by Priest
Through
and
the
close the
table.
show.
Yep.
To close the show. Part of me why is why I think Priest Drew's not going to win. I think next week on Raw, Drew's going to lay out Priest, and it's probably going to be the whole typical booking thing.
Yep.
So
I bet you'll know who's winning
by Monday,
by the end of next Monday's Raw.
I believe that.
Before we get out of here, I would be remiss if we didn't talk about a congratulations to the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
Beating the Dallas Stars.
Saturday night.
And you know what? If the Oilers win this in 6, y'all can ask me for the lottery numbers next week.
Yeah. You know what? If there's a time to crown McDavid the face of the NHL, this is it.
He's been the face of the NHL.
He's gonna win the cup. Crosby was the face of the NHL too. Then he won the cup and then became the face of the NHL.
That's fair.
So that's kind of the same thing McDavid. But I'm not gonna lie to you.
A long time coming.
It's a long time coming for a Canadian team. It's been 5 or 6 times teams have been there and they've lost. Since '93 was the last time a Canadian team won the cup. So it's 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, this will be the 6th time.
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you. As much as I want the Oilers to win, because I wanted to come back to Canada for the first time in 30 years. It's hard to bet against Florida right now. That team just took out the best team probably in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard not to.
I think this is going to come down to goaltending. And who do you trust? Sergei Bobrovsky or Stuart Skinner?
Bobrovsky right now is on a different level. And Bobrovsky has been on a different level for a while, but he's really heating up. You know, it's hard to say not to. I think it goes 7. If anything, it goes 7. But who knows right now? Who really knows? It's hard not to say Florida right now. As much as I want the Oilers to win.
You want to bet on it?
No, I don't want to bet on it because it's right now is a toss up. To me, it's a toss up. It's like if you want to crown McDavid, Oilers win. If you want to build build hockey in the South still, Florida wins. It's hard to say.
You make it sound like it's already made. It's already.
I feel it is, but we'll find out. I think if they're gonna crown McDavid, but look at that team though. The only guy who's the longest tenured player on that team right now is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Who was one of the 3 first-round picks in 6 or first
overall picks
in 6 years. He was the second of the 3.
Yeah, and he started off good, but really went under the radar the past number of years, and then came out of nowhere with McDavid now.
Okay, put you on the spot.
Sure.
Name those 3. You already have one with Nugent-Hopkins.
Taylor Hall.
Yep. Do you remember the third one?
Neil Yakupov.
Yes.
Who crapped out of the league after about a year and a half.
Man. One of the most infamous busts in NHL history.
Which is
one of the most infamous busts in NHL history.
Yeah. So, I remember they got Neil Yakupov. That was a big sign, and they thought they were going to go over the
Neil Yakupov is this generation's Alexander Digg.
Yeah, it's horrible.
On that note, anything else?
Let's see. We are about 100 days from the NFL season. Drew Brees is going.
Keep fucking counting.
Drew Brees is going to the Saints Hall of Fame.
Oh, they're me surprised. Is his jersey going up?
I think so. Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, makes sense.
Let's see what else is going on. Oh, Jay's lost to Orioles.
What else is new?
Yeah, that team's
Vladdy played third yesterday.
he wants to play 30 some more. It's good. Looking forward to it. NBA Finals.
Who do you got? Celtics or
I think Luke.
Mavs?
I think Luca is just going to dominate that team. Like, he
You know what?
dominated a lot. He dominated the Western Conference. Like it
I
was
said it.
disgusting.
I said it early in the year, and I'm kind of gonna stick to it. Just
Say
Tatum,
Boston. You say Boston?
yeah, Tatum and Brown and Porzingis if he gets back for the finals. I know he's hurt right now, but
You know, they mentioned recently too that the Mavericks only have one championship. I had to look it up. I was like, what?
yeah,
Then I remembered. Oh, yeah, there we go. I looked it up. One championship. Oh, yeah, that's right. They ran into a couple of juggernauts. That's why. Because I got to the finals a few times and just ran through a couple jumper juggernauts.
except they beat one of those juggernauts,
Yeah. Yeah,
which was
got Dirk his title.
the big three. Miami Heat,
Yeah.
like peak big three.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Luca. I like what they're doing down in Dallas, but um, and I mean Kyrie kind of needs to win one without LeBron. Uh, but he should have stayed in Boston.
If Luca's just on a different level right now. He's probably the best player in the league.
I would not be surprised if Luka Doncic is the MVP of the league this year.
He is probably the best player in the league right now. By far.
That's
By far.
pretty pretty yeah.
It's hard to argue.
Yeah, I mean, you still have in the same breath, hold on, like you still have Giannis, you still have a 42-year-old LeBron
Yeah. But
who's still putting up 35 a game,
yeah, but
you know.
I think
But when you look at the complete package, yeah, it's probably Luca.
yeah, it's hard not to argue. It's hard to argue it right now.
Right.
It really is hard to argue.
I
So
mean, even Jason Tatum.
yeah, it's not.
But
It's but I think let's get ourselves on out of here.
thank you all for listening. Yes, you listening to this, watching this. If you like what you're hearing, go hit subscribe. Go find us on Spotify. And you can go follow us on socials. DA Sports Podcast on Instagram. Andrew, you got to start putting the handles up at the end of the video.
Send them to me so I can write them down.
Sure. DA Sports Pod on X. He is 8% 1982 on Instagram. Andrew DA Sports on TikTok. I'm DLines1991 on Twitter. We'll talk to you later.
We're going to ship your waitress. Have a good day, everybody.